What up? It's your boy Tyler YBT all day. I'm in my son's tent with the sparklies up there. We got him this tent for Christmas. And I figured there is not another room that's open. Downstairs the boys is down there and Layla is everywhere and Kay's in the room. So I figured since I just got back from the gym, I'm gonna go ahead and do it here. So this is part 2 of the 300 goals list. Yesterday we went over a lot of goals. Took like 40 something minutes to go through those goals, and still averaging a whopping 0 views per. But while Cat Williams is literally getting Shannon Sharp 24 million views in 2 days. Shout out to Shannon and Cat, right? But it's all good. I'm doing my side and just trying to get myself better and better every day. So hopefully y'all can see me. I think y'all can, but we'll see what's up. I'm in the tent right now, and I got my goals list right here. We're gonna go through the rest of these, but I want to start with my mom's quote again, which is, "Mile by mile, it's a trial. Yard by yard, it's hard. But inch by inch, it's a cinch." And then she always says, "Do it so you don't gotta do it." That's my mom. Love you, Mom. So, by the way, I just got back from the gym. It was pretty dope. I met a guy from church. He's a real cool cat. It's our first time actually like hanging out. And one time he had came over to get some stuff, or he actually was dropping some stuff off because one of my boys had left some money at his house because they had like a party, and my boys was there. And so he came to drop the money off. I was like, "Bro, we should get some workout in. We should go work out." And he's like, "Man, I ain't been in the gym for a long time, man." And I was like, "It's all good, bro. I'll work with you. We'll increment it up, and I swear you won't forget it. You won't, you'll really like the workout." And we didn't do it for a couple months, but I hit him up the other day, and I was like, "Bro, let's go get this workout in," and we did it. And my guy did a good job. We really was working out hard. So I definitely feel it. I'm glad that it's all done. This year in consistency, I've still been very consistent on my workouts. I'm 6 for 6 on workouts. I'm 6 for 6 with the prayers and reading the Bible. Definitely 6 for 6 there. But I am not 6 for 6 when it comes to my business. I am 6 for 6 when it comes to working every day. But I got to use tomorrow to develop a better plan when it comes to business, because I feel like I'm not working that part of my thing correctly. And I also feel like I'm not committed enough to actually make anything happen. So I need to make sure I do my part, and then things will go. Anyway, let's get into it. If you're still here, man, make sure you click the like button, because I know people on YouTube don't really do these type of videos anymore, and people don't really like to sit down and listen to people talk. But hey, if you're here, then click the like button, man. I never know when you're watching this thing. You could be watching it 10 years from now when we maybe blew up. I don't know if we ever blew up, but I know these videos are probably pretty hard to watch, but these are the beginnings. So I want to document it, and yeah, man, I appreciate y'all being here with me for real. Because if y'all are here, these are like authentic times for me. These are like the cool times for me before I'm like extremely busy and everywhere. So I really hope that my dreams do come true, and I'm gonna do my part into creating these dreams and trying to make them a reality with God's help, if it's in God's plans. All right, so let's start up. I kind of gotta use the light a little bit because can't see. All right, the next one is create podcast that helps people. So I got a podcast called the 168th Hour Podcast, and it's with my girl. We actually got 148 subscribers on there. But the thing is that we only get subscribers when we react to music and like gossip, kind of. And we feel like we're not able to help people as much, so we're struggling with it a little bit. So because we really don't want to do that. Like, we don't want to be looking up gossip. It kind of brings our spirits down. We rather like give advice, but then I guess we don't have enough life experience and accomplishments for people to actually follow us right now. And us being self-aware, we're just trying to figure out how we can do it. But the whole purpose of the 168th channel is me and Babe, we live our life very transparent with one another. Like she knows what I do, I know what she does. We share bank accounts, we share everything. Um, but what we end up doing is when it comes to conversations, we are able to have very intense, open conversations with each other, that we call, 168th hour, because for most of the week we're lovey-dovey 167, but when we have these crucial conversations, we call that the 168th hour, because 1 hour out of the week we go at each other's necks and very respectfully demolish each other, because we want to make sure that, you know, the real is out. And if we feel a certain way, we give ourselves a chance to actually like let that come out. So I really like that about our relationship. It allows me to know that she's doing things real, and I've seen a lot of growth with both of us, because of that. So that's one of them for sure. Oh, ooh, sorry guys. I've been up for a minute. Sorry, y'all. All right. Next one is be bold in my speech. Yeah, this one's sometimes tough because I'm a people pleaser. And I'm trying not to be, because like when I'm in my element and I'm in my purpose, I don't people please. I actually do a very good job. When I was doing that training today, I actually really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. So maybe that's something I can be able to do, is help train people. But I just feel like my body is not that strong yet. But anyway, all good. Next one, star in a movie. You know what? I heard movie people don't actually make that much money anymore. I guess that was like a myth, where they look like they make a lot of money, but they don't. But for this one, it doesn't really matter if they make a lot of money or not. I just want to be able to star in a movie. I just felt like I never been good with lines. I remember in college, I didn't get the chance. I got the chance to like be a news anchor, and I auditioned for it, but I sucked so bad. I couldn't read the script. My eyes were so blurry. I didn't know I needed glasses, and I couldn't read it anyway and actually get it out good enough. So I think a homeboy ended up getting it. I was kind of pissed about that. Next, take a 10-day cruise. I love cruises. Only been on one, and the one I did, it was in Mexico. And there's a story behind that where I almost went to Mexican prison and I almost lost a leg. But I'll tell you guys that story later. But 10-day cruise is awesome because you get to eat as much as you want, and there's so much cool stuff on a cruise. It's like amazing. It's a big vacation like on a boat. That's great. Um, shoot an automatic machine gun. I've been seeing people on YouTube do that. I really want to do that though. Ride in a submarine. When I wrote this, when, when I wrote this, it wasn't. It was not. Just to say, like that whole accident with the ocean thing didn't happen. Ocean Gate, I think it was called. This didn't happen. I wrote this back in 2020, and that Ocean Gate happened last year, 2023. Ouch. Yeah. All right. Next, have a very cool man cave. Yeah. I don't know who wouldn't want that. Who wouldn't want a cool man cave? You know. I want something I can invite people over to. I like to be able to do stuff like that. All right. Let's do next. Is mentor a kid. This says special on there, and what that means is like a special kid with actual talent, not like special needs. I'm not saying that special needs kid can't be a special kid that has talent, but I'm meaning like a kid with talent. And so if I'm able to have talent in a certain area, and I can be able to mentor a kid and put them to a faster pace because of the talent that they already possess, and I know how to unlock it, that'll be dope. That's what I want to do. The next one is find a mentor, personal. I have a bunch of mentors right now. I would say my mentor, if I can give you some names, Patrick Bet-David is a distant mentor, even though I know him, and he knows me. He gives me a Christmas card every single year. He's getting me books. It's awesome. I just don't keep my end of the bargain, and that's what I'm working up to become an actual asset and a friend to him, instead of, somebody that's not living up to their purpose. So, but he's a mentor for sure. Another mentor is that's like people would know is Alex Hermosi. I like the way that he breaks down business and he keeps it simple to where you can be able to do it yourself. And another one is the other, I think his name is Alex too. Sorry, he's a sales guy, and I like his motivation. I keep it down to those three right now. There are little other mentors that I kind of come and go. Like Les Brown was a mentor for a second. Jim Rohn is still kind of a mentor when I'm down, when I'm feeling blue. But I have a ton of mentors in different areas now. Um, but those three are the ones that I'm trying to aspire to be. I just forgot the last one's name. I don't feel like it's I don't feel like it's Alex, but I don't know what's up with this yawning, boy. Maybe because I'm laying down. All right. Sorry, guys, for the yawning. All right. Next one. Have very influential friends. I want to build with my friends, kind of like how LeBron built with his friends. That's how I would rather have influential friends. I don't want to have influential friends that do weird stuff, like the Epstein type. I don't want that. All right. Learn how to fight. I've had fights before, like where I fought, but I don't know how to fight like from a teaching or from like a discipline. And that's what I mean. I want to be able to learn how to fight from a discipline so I can defend myself and have an edge on an opponent that's trying to take me out. That's something I'm definitely going to invest in for sure. Give 100 gifts in a year to 100 different people. This is cool. I just want to do it because I feel like I want to be able to give gifts to people, like kind of like how Angry Picnic would do things like this, or Juan from That Was Epic, or Dawson from Big Dolls TV. I like that. It's pretty cool. I don't know if I would film it. I just want to give the gifts. Have grandchildren. You gotta have children to have grandchildren. I have a girl that can have my grandchildren, but I need to have a boy that can have some grandchildren too. But that is a goal, to become a grandparent. That's pretty cool, huh? Who thinks of becoming a grandparent? I was listening to this one video that was talking about DINKs, which is dual income, no kids. Well, it's actually impossible to become a biological grandparent if you're a DINK, because you dual income. So you have a lot of income, you get to have this lavish life, but no grandkids. And I think grandkids are an awesome thing. And if you want to be a DINK, do your thing, man. To each his own. But I think there's a lot of people that are not having kids that are good people. And there's a lot of bad people that are having kids. And if bad people are having kids and good people aren't, then the bad people will live and the good people die. Yeah. So I want to have 4. All right. Next. Own a manufacturing plant. I think I will own these once I start having business and I start doing things and understanding how the supply chain happens. Become an expert in something. I think that I would be an expert, semi-expert in insurance already, because I know more than most people know in insurance. But I want to become more of an expert in people, more of an expert in sales, more an expert in like certain type of business to make businesses flow. Because I want to be able to walk into a room and be capable. So that's where I want to be. Ride in a hot air balloon. Just kind of starting to think about that, like them submarines. Learn how to ride a horse. Them submarines. Find out where I'm from. Okay. Now, I know that I'm Indian. I don't know that I'm Indian, but I believe that I'm Indian based on what my family has told me. And I think I look a little Indian too. But I know that I'm also African American because of my parents, or my dad. And I seen his dad was real black. But I don't know where we're from. Like, I don't know if we're descendants of Nigeria or from Kenya or from where. I don't know where we're actually. I don't know if I'm Egyptian. That's where I want to know. I want to know where I'm from, as far as like where's the land that I'm from, because I feel like it will give me some like strength. I can pull strength from the people there because they're a part of me. I don't know where I'm from, and I want to know. So that's something I want to do, like one of those like 23andMe or whatever it's called. But I'll put that as like a YouTube video whenever that comes, because I really want to know. Help save a marriage. Yeah, I lost my marriage. And I used to think in my marriage, like, If I had more money, it would have been saved. But I think that if I had more money, it'd have been worse. For real. Get ripped body. Your boy is on track. I'm doing it. And I do have a body type that I want to be like. The body fat is probably going to be between like 8 and 10, somewhere around there. I think 10% would be a really nice body. It's going to take me a minute to get there, probably some more discipline, but when I am there, I'll guarantee your boy's shirt is off. All right. Get a passport. Never had one. I do want one. Have courage during uncertainty. Yeah, I've been going through a lot of those times now where I'm having to have courage during uncertainty. And what helps me with courage, it seems like, is when I'm prepped and I'm capable and I'm trained. It helps me with having more courage. So I'm learning a lot about myself when it comes to courage. And I'm learning that discourage, meaning not having courage during those times, is something I'm trying to avoid. So this is definitely a time of uncertainty for me. And having courage is something I'm implementing. So this is more of a lifestyle than a goal. Next, make a motivational video. Yeah. Have I done this before? I don't know if I've done this before, but I kind of want to make a motivational video where I'm like, I'm making a motivational video and this is what it's for. Okay, next. Understand accounting at a master's level. This is because I want to be able to understand like things like EBITDA and accounts receivable and accounts payable. And I want to know how money flows. And once you know accounting, you can be able to read books and understand what is actually happening with the company without somebody having to explain it to you. So I want to understand it myself. And even though I kind of know, I don't know enough to where I can read somebody's statements and be like, well, what's happening here? And that's where I want to be. I want to know. This stuff used to confuse the crap out of me in college. I didn't get the income statement. I didn't get the balance sheets. I didn't get it all. But I'm older and I've seen more now, so I probably will understand a lot more, especially because I've seen a lot more of these sheets, but I want to understand it at a higher level. Okay. If you can hear them, sorry, is because they're playing in the other room. Okay, next. Buy my wife a car. Well, in order for me to buy my wife a car, I have to have a wife. And I used to have a wife. And I did not buy her a car, but she ended up taking a car and then she got it impounded. Kind of. Well, yeah, I would say so because she was missing all the payments. Anyway, I guess I got to buy my new wife a car when I get one. It's coming. Next, develop better relationships with my family. This one's a tough one, man, because they be pissing me off and I'll be trying to have crucial conversations. I'm actually reading the book Crucial Conversations, and as I was reading the book, my body was heating up because of the things I'm going to have to talk about. Family, man. But it's on the goals list, so I got to do it. I'm holding myself accountable to the goals list. All right, donate 100K to Palmdale High School. Now, Palmdale, if y'all hear this, I ain't got it yet. But when I do have it, y'all gonna have it. I'm gonna make sure that I donate it because I really want to be able to boost it up in there because you guys, gave me an opportunity to be able to better my future. So I want to give back, being an alumni. Get the best healthcare coverage. This for me is a big thing because I don't like the government being in control of my health, and I don't want them to treat me like shit just because I have health care from the government. I want my own health care, and yeah, so I want the very best. I want to have doctors on standby. I will be willing to pay a lot of money to have doctors on standby ready to rock and roll with me. Next, order a meal completely in Spanish. Learning Spanish. You already know. All right, next, adopt a foreign child and support them financially. Now, when I mean adopting them, is not meaning like bringing them into the house. Like, that's not what I mean by adopting them. It's just meaning I want to support a foreign child financially. Meaning, I want to also get the documentations that they are being taken care of financially. I don't want somebody taking the money and sifting it around. I want to see them taken care of financially, education wise, all the way. I definitely want to do that, and I want to see what happens over the years as we adopt them and help them financially grow. Next one, I'm not gonna say this person's name, but because I don't want that on the internet, but I definitely want to beat this person. So it says surpass this person in annual income. And this is more of like a personal thing. This person's still a really cool person, have nothing against this person, but there is a part of me that just wants to beat him competition wise. I wouldn't do anything to beat him. I actually want to help him grow if I can, but it'll be a very, very cool thing to beat him annually for the rest of my life. But let's just do it 1 year, and then I'll be able to check this off, and it's going to happen for sure. Develop an online library for Black Americans. See, like, there's a lot of there's not that much stuff I feel that we actually as Black people use as growth. I feel like we read the wrong things. We get blackwashed into this everybody's against us victimhood mentality. And I think I want to change that mentality to a we're capable mentality. I hate the culture of everybody owes us something because, we built the country on our backs. But I just feel like we need to be thinking in a different way. And so, but I do want to develop an online library for Black people. I don't know how we would handle it financially or logistically, or if we want to lose money from it. I don't know. I just want to have an online library where we can be able to learn and be invited, and the culture will be exciting for us. So we'll figure that one out. Develop an investment team. Yeah, I want to be able to have a real estate investment team, a portfolio investment team with stocks and bonds and the companies, and I want to be able to have an investment team that can handle the things that we're going to be doing, because I'm not doing it by myself. Lobby and succeed in having finances taught in schools. I think that's weird that we don't have finances really educated in schools, because I learned nothing about finances at all really in school. I learned about economics, and that was really weird. It was hard to understand economics because they do these sheets and stuff, but I didn't get it until you actually get into economics, like you actually get into the economy. It's hard to learn about certain things sometimes without getting into it. So I don't know if we need more of a practical way of teaching it, but definitely want to be able to lobby and get that taught in schools. All right, next one, employ 10 people. I want to be able to, you can't be the boss without leading people. Employ 50 people, employ 100 people. I mean, for you to be employing 100 people, you got to make sure that 100 families are fed, that they're getting their checks, that they can depend on you on Christmas and Thanksgiving. You're going to be the one that's working. And so you got to make sure you have a product. You got to make sure this thing is rolling. So I do want to do that, but I got to make sure that I'm disciplined and I'm consistent and I'm doing my part, so that when it comes to other people's families, they can stand on my work ethic and the things that our family does. Gain a YouTube sponsorship. I believe we'll do that on this channel. That'll be dope. I gotta replay that when this comes. Gain a YouTube sponsorship. Shout out to you, Tolly, your boy Tolly, for gaining the first one. And shout out to everybody, all y'all YBT followers. Yeah, you could be your girl. You could be YGTs or YBTs out there, other YBTs. But I appreciate y'all for following enough to get a YouTube sponsorship. That's pretty dope. All right, next, start an Amazon FBA program. Never did it before. Would like to do it, and yeah, we'll do it in the future. Have a wedding ceremony. That's for my wedding. Buy 3 guns, 2 pistols, and a rifle. Yeah, I mean, I want to have some protection. Guns don't kill people, people kill people. And I just want to make sure that I am protected, because I do believe in that amendment. And I want to be able to, make sure my sons and my daughters understand understand weaponry. They need to understand it and they need to respect it. And I'm going to be teaching that for sure. Teaching everything about it. Trigger control. We're going to go to classes. We're going to do a lot, but I want to make sure we have protection in the house. And not just those 3, but those are on the goals list. Have a personal chef. Ding. Yeah, because you can do Uber Eats and do all the Door Dashes, but have a personal chef? Dude, that's like the stuff I used to grow up watching on TV, like with Richie Rich. Like, that's tight. I want that. That's so fresh. I know like some people have it like athletes and stuff, but if I'm in business, I want to have that too. I'm gonna be treating my life like an athlete. I'm gonna be seeing doctors like an athlete. I'm gonna be studying my craft like an athlete. I'm gonna be meeting people like an athlete. So I would like to have a chef like an athlete. All right. Get a record in the Guinness Book of World Records. Well, fun fact, I kind of was in, I don't know if we were in the book, but we definitely did an attempt. And I think we actually did succeed where we had the most amount of people in a room um, playing checkers at the same time. And I was doing that. I was there. And I think it was in Vegas. I still might have the board somewhere tucked away. But it was like a board with the Guinness World Book of Records logo on it. And I don't know. It was pretty cool to be a part of it, you know? All right, next. Pray for 365 days in a row. Well, shoot, I'm 6 for 6 right now. So, you know, I need to start reading this thing every morning, every night, because some of these things I could be on track if I just read it. Have a wedding ceremony. Okay. All right. All right. You read that. Okay. Next one. Personal driver. Just like the chef. I don't know if I need a personal driver every day, but it'd be nice to have a dope car and have a personal driver and invite my lady out because she been hold me down when I was broke and hold me down when I'm rich. And like now I get to like, take her on a sweet date. For some reason, I've been thinking more about dating. Like, why was I dating women? Like, why was I dating? Like, I should be dating my wife. I shouldn't be dating these women because all I did was just burn a bunch of bread and do stupid stuff and get myself into stupid situations instead of like finding my wife, vetting my wife, and then marrying my wife and then dating the hell out of my wife instead of wasting a bunch of money on people I shouldn't have been wasting money on. Stupid. But I teach my sons different for sure because all that extra stuff is weird. And then you're just doing it to have sex with this person, and then you have sex and you don't even like them. Instead of finding a wife that's really down with you. It's crazy. Tripping. Next. Weigh 205 pounds. Now, this one's weird. I'm 190 right now, and I'm the heaviest I've ever been. I've never been 190. Even when I was playing ball, I wasn't 190. So 205, if I'm muscular and my stomach's flat and my legs is filled out, whew, your boy's gonna be an animal looking at 205, boy. As long as I'm not looking like fat, I want to look muscular and strong. 205, pretty muscular. But I wouldn't want to go no bigger than that. Bench 305. I've never benched 305. I got to 150. I mean, I got to 260, I think. And I think I can get a 305 because 260 wasn't that bad. And I wasn't lifting that long to get there. So, yeah. That don't seem that bad. Squat 400. My legs have never been strong. Kind of my downfall when it came to sports is my legs never been strong because I didn't like lifting them. And I hated recovery on legs and stretching them. But I'm working on that now. When I do this, dang, that's going to be tight. I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to do it. Next, surprise someone on their birthday. Seems pretty easy. I surprised Kay on her birthday. But maybe I could do a bigger surprise. But definitely I surprised her because she didn't know I actually had like packed her. Like, that's when Layla was born. Let's just put it like that. We'll tell that story later. Okay. Learn how to read and write computer code. You know what's interesting about that is my dad's doing that right now. But I think it's going to be important to learn how to read and write that language because it's the future language and you may need to understand it in order to see things in the future. So, yeah. Take a picture in every state. That's tight, right? You know? What I would do is like, I probably get a map of like the world blown up, and then every picture I would cut the picture in the shape of the state and then put it all together, and you would see me in every state with everybody. It would be so cool. How cool would that be? Man. Learn about power foods. Yeah, I got a homeboy that just gave up meat and fish and every like non-inflammatory, like he doesn't even eat broccoli or cauliflower because I guess it inflames his body. And so now he's just living off of, I guess he's just living off of water. Maybe he'll grow gills. All right. Own a radio show. That's interesting. I wonder why I put that, but it's on there, so we're going to have to do it. Learn the differences between capitalism, socialism, communism, and more. Now, I do know the differences between them, and but I think I want to go deeper in that. Like I want to go deeper into like the origin of capitalism, the origin of communism, the origin of socialism, and why these things exist. And like I think if I go deeper when I'm talking to people, I can be able to speak at a higher, different level instead of just saying like capitalism is this and taxes is that. I could be able to like, no, the origination, it originally came because of this, and these people thought this, but the thing that happened was that, and that's the reason why this is happening. And so I would like to choose this because of the history of that. Like I want to talk in that way. That's the reason why I want to know it. Own TV network. So I got a radio show and a TV network. That's tight. Next, make a documentary. I wonder of what, but it's pretty cool. Next one, do something special for some special people. I have their names on here. I guess I can say their names. Mike, Alex, and Sarah. So I would have to find these people. But Mike really helped me during a down when I was going through the divorce. Real cool dude. Real cool dude, man. Swag as a white boy, for real. Deep voice. I think I still got his number. But I should reach out to him, see how he's doing. He's a really cool guy. I think he got married to a black girl. And awesome guy, man. Super guy. Super duper. Just a nice Christian dude. And then Alex and Sarah, they were awesome too, man. They actually had given me their car for $1 when I needed a car because the car got repoed, and they ended up having twins, and they needed a bigger car, so they bought themselves a car and they gave me a Scion, and never forgot them. I really appreciate them, and hope they're doing well. It's been years since I've talked to them, but I have them on my goals list because I plan on putting money into their kids, either a college fund or retirement fund or something. When I make it, I'm gonna fund it. I was thinking like $10,000 a piece, so they don't even know this, but I really appreciate them. So when it comes, I'm definitely gonna do it for sure. All right, next, fix my front tooth. So I have a whole thing with that. So it's already done. This one's already done. This tooth right here, it's fake. It's a fake tooth. And I ended up fixing it. I'm so happy I did because it was black. If you take this off, it's not black anymore, but it's like a little tiny tooth. It's kind of coned down because I end up breaking my tooth. Like, it was so horrible. It was a pop fly, and I'll tell that story later. But it ended up hitting my tooth. It killed my nerve. And then the dentist said, basically, like, in the future, your tooth is going to be black, and you're going to have to get a new cap. And so what I did was I got the bottom whitened. I took the thing off. I got it whitened, and I got a nice, like a really expensive veneer. Like a couple thousand, I think it was. Pretty expensive veneer. But I don't know if it's even a veneer. I think it's like something else they called it. But they made it perfect to my tooth. Like you could tell, but they made it perfect. Oh my gosh, the dentist had the hands of God. And I love it. I got a whole crazy story with that too. Maybe I'll tell that one later. But it's fixed. Own a shoe company. I always thought it'd be dope to own your own shoes. You know what's crazy is that all these things are really hard. All of them. Like owning a TV network, owning a shoe company. But I think of it more like how Mr. Beast owns Feastables. So you don't necessarily got to run the company. You just own it and make sure you put people in place with the good ideas, and they can actually use your visibility and leverage to be able to push the product. So that's how I'm thinking I'm going to do that. Prepare for my dad's passing. Yeah, this is like trusts, wills, homes, things, insurances. make sure that everything's in place. So when he does pass, it's smooth sailing for him and it's smooth sailing for everyone else. And there's no fighting and everybody's ready to rock. So I'm hoping by that time I would have like the relationships with my family better. Because if he was to pass away today, that would break me off from the rest of the family for sure. So my mom would be passed and my dad would be passed, and that would be a rough time for sure. Um, Learn about the prison system, U.S. You know what's interesting about that? I heard that California has something called Prisneyland or something like that, where they're trying to do some like Scandinavian type of jail, where it's almost like non-punishment, but you're away from your family, but you get to have a lot of fun, Oculus, phones, different things. You have your own kind of key to your cell, like it's an apartment. So that's interesting, because the prison system isn't really a reforming system. It's kind of like a deforming system. They be coming out not right. So I don't know. Maybe there's something there. I'm trying to get open minded there because you don't want to really like make people go to Disneyland when they go into prison, but at the same time, you just don't want them to go back. Whew. Okay. Next. Write a letter to Granny. Yeah, that's a personal one. I'm supposed to see her in a week for her 85th birthday. I've been holding this for like about 4 years, almost 3 years, 3 to 4 years, actually longer, because a situation happened in like 2018, and for that many years, 5 years almost, 6 years, I haven't talked about it, but I need to write her a letter. But I'm gonna talk to her in person first, and then probably write her a letter. I'm just hoping that I can write this letter before she passes. But it is on my goals list, and I guess I got a time limit. So there you go. Learn about prison, best rehab country. There you go. So I would like to be a part of that reformation process. Answer and apply. How does a flower grow? Yeah, this was more of like a philosophical question. Be like because flowers grow down before they grow up, and then they have to be in specific lights and specific soils and specific, you gotta have water, and you gotta make sure you do it in the right time and temperature and season. And so like I wanted to learn about one flower and see how it grows and then apply it to my own personal life. Like growing down before you're growing up, meaning like they're not going to see your success. They're not going to see your growth. They're not going to see you going up yet. You have to continue to grow down first, get your roots strong. And then once you start sprouting, they may cut you then because you seem like a weed. But if you keep on going, eventually you turn beautiful and then they can admire you, you know? So yeah, that's something I want to be able to learn, talk about. Next, be there for my kids, especially on the big days. It's a big thing for me. One reason why I want to have a plane, I could be able to go back and forth, especially if I'm making money like that. I'll pay millions to be back with my kids. Next, heal my knees. Well, my knees healed. There's still a little bit of issue, but nothing like at this time. I couldn't jump. I couldn't really run. Something was wrong. But over time I rehabbed my knee and they're healed now. I'm good. I can jump. Have my own media studio. Don't got that yet. We'll have that. That'd be dope to have that in the house too. Film dad's wedding with multiple cameras. Now this was a rough one for me because this was at a time when mom kind of just passed and my dad was looking for, a new relationship, a new wife. And but I told my dad, like, I will film it for you. I wasn't ready, but I did it. I filmed it with multiple cameras. I was using this app called Cinemaker. And even though it wasn't working perfectly, I was streaming it online and trying to show everybody online the video. But yeah, they were watching it. And it didn't work perfectly, but it worked good enough. Organize our annual family reunion. We haven't did this yet, but we need to do it. Help fix Shay's teeth. So Shay is my ex-wife, and I actually wrote this after I actually wrote this after the divorce, like the separation, because I told her during the wedding, during the marriage, that I would help her to get her tooth fixed because her one tooth is kind of missing on the side tooth, a little fang one. And I was trying to keep my promise, even though I just despised and kind of hated her at the time because of the things I felt like she did to me. However, I kept my word for myself, not necessarily just for her, but myself. And I got her tooth fixed. It cost me almost $1,000 to get it fixed, but I fixed it. And that was it. So I checked that off already. Drive a Lambo or Ferrari, just a goal. I remember when I was a kid, we were going on the freeway and this guy was driving like this yellow Ferrari, and my brother thought he was like a doctor or something. And I just thought to myself, because my brother admired the guy so much because of the car. I thought to myself, when I got older, I would spend $300,000 on a car before I bought a house, just so that I can get that same admiration. Isn't that crazy? Wild. All right, next. Complete a Rubik's Cube. I got a couple of them, but it's tough. But I guess I can do it. Plan every day before starting it. I'm 6 for 6. 6 for 6. Here we go. Study human nature. I've been doing that, but not intentionally. I've been doing it over time. I'm learning a lot more about human nature, especially about women and men relationships. A lot more now, since it's been kind of like a wave. But I've been learning more about myself more than anything else. What I'm capable of, what I'm not capable of, why things go good, why things go bad. What places I'm supposed to be in, what places I am not supposed to be in. Okay. Next. Articulate my story to inspire. I'm building my story. My story it's a mixed bag of things. And one thing about my story I do not like is the things that I allowed myself to do in my story. Like, where I hate that it's not as focused as I would like it to be. However, I'm changing a lot of my story in real time, and then the bad stuff and the chaotic stuff will be a part of the story, but also the organization and getting things together will be a part of the story too. So yeah. Stand for a purpose. I'm learning what I don't want to stand for. That's how I'm finding what I'm supposed to stand for. I'm learning what I don't want to stand for. Learn how to salsa dance. I don't know how to dance at all, so that's gonna be cool because I got a Puerto Rican girl. And next is learn how to freestyle dance. Yeah, this will be cool. I was always the person that was standing on the outside. I could freak dance, especially on a girl. I could like do one of those body rolls on a girl, but never could freestyle dance. Those are always the cool kids. I wasn't one of those. I wasn't a cool kid that can dance like that. If I could, oh my gosh, I'd have been in there. But I would never take the time because I didn't think my body moved like that. And I didn't believe in growth. So there you go. Next, a loving home that is secure with God's protection. I feel like I got a loving home right now. I feel like I can get a better relationship with my sons. I have a really good relationship with my daughter. I have a great relationship with Kay, but I believe I can get closer with her. But we have a really protected, loving home. A lot of respect here. It's, a lot of love here, a lot of care here, a lot of fun here. So yeah, I think we have that. I'm excited about what I got going right now. That's a good thing. Learn how to surf. You know what I'm about to say? Submarines. Go jet skiing. All right, buy an Oculus VR system. I got one, so I bought this because I bought it for like Caden's birthday, but I also bought it because I wanted to start playing with the dials for the flight school, so I can be able to learn planes before I get into them, so I'm not like struggling. I got one. Help Jessica lose weight. Well, right now, Jessica's my sister. Right now, we're not, for some reason, not talking, so I hope she's okay, but I do want to help her lose weight. Help her get a job. I've helped her get a job, and it's actually checked. Nope, it's not checked off. I have helped her get jobs. I've done those things, but it's not in the way that I want. I want a job that would actually like improve her life and get her to the place where she no longer is in need of help. I want her to be able to, do her thing. Buy a flight simulator. Haven't did that yet. Help Bub retire. I think I'm on track. I think I'm going towards that. I'm gonna start helping them out. Become MD in PHP. I did. We became official May 1st of 2022 and got partial ownership, which we were not able to vest because shortly after we made a lot of money, then we lost all that money, and then I had to get a regular job and try to save my family from being on the street. And once I now save my family, get back on the street, and save the apartment from going underneath, now we're headed back. So it was a rough time. If I was to go back, I probably wouldn't have stopped, but I just didn't know what else I could do. I don't have any like backup plans. So it's just me. Anyway, we're almost done here, y'all. Let me see. Become a board in PHP. That's just a higher level. Next, find a YouTube editor. I did that twice with a channel called Affluent. That channel actually got like 70,000 views on the Kobe video that we put together. But I was mostly the editor. So we spent $100 to get like edited, but the edit wasn't good enough in my eyes. And so I spent all day editing it, but I still spent $100, which gave me a bad taste in my mouth about the whole thing. And I just didn't continue the channel. So it got like partially monetized, but not all the way. And I got to finish getting that channel monetized because, so we can make some kind of money from it. But I was pissed. It really made me like, ugh. Anyway, next. Do 100 pull-ups in one set. Man. Right now, I can't even do, I think I could probably do max. If I'm not sore, probably like 12. And if I really gave myself a couple weeks, I probably can do like 20. But 100, that's going to take some time. 125 push-ups in one set. I probably can do like 65. Yeah, 65. 125 in one set. Whew. All right. Oh, it says find a YouTube editor, and then the next one says hire a YouTube editor. So those are two different goals. Kind of whack. Come on, Drew. Next, do the splits. I got close, but I would have to do it. Do a handstand. Got close. Hire a family dentist. Man, that one dentist did my tooth is my dentist. That's my guy. But he's not my family dentist, but that's my guy. I think if anybody, that's him, because they do very good work over there. I wish I can give them a shout out. I just don't know their name, but they do very good work. Go to outer space and come back alive and well. So when I wrote this, there wasn't any programs I was trying to take people out of space. Maybe there was, but I didn't hear of anything. I just thought it'd be really cool to go to outer space, come back alive and well. Now I'm hearing that they're taking people to outer space for $250,000. So maybe I'll have my chance. I know Elon Musk has been working on it. It's kind of cool. Next, learn the ABCs in 4 languages. What if it's all ABCs? Nah, that would be kind of cool to learn it in 4 different languages. I figured I would learn it in the languages that I'm learning, like, French, Mandarin, Spanish. And I think that's it. So I would have to pick another language. Maybe sign language. Oh, look at the next one. Learn sign language. All right, this next one, make a children's book. That's dope. That's something I need to really focus on later. When I get my stuff established money-wise, I'm definitely going to make a children's book, because I think that the children are getting swayed into a weird place, and I would like to bring them to a good place that they need to be swayed into. And then the last one for today. Whew. Sorry for yawning, y'all. The last one for today. Marketing team for personal branding. Holy shit, I was thinking about that back then. Wow, a marketing team for personal branding. So like I told you guys yesterday, I actually joined Tai Lopez's thing, And I don't recommend it, but it was for personal branding. And I got to get back to that. Tomorrow's going to be an important day because I'm going to need to like really take some time to like put some pencil to pad and create some strategies. But hey, y'all, I don't know how many videos we did. I don't know if this is day 4 or 3 or 5, but we're back to back with this damn thing. Tomorrow is going to be the end of the 300 goals part 3. Today was part 2. I'm going to put it up, but I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Love y'all. It's your boy Tyler YBT all day. I am now going to upload this and then go spend time with the fam because they have not had my attention for the whole week pretty much. So anyway, check out the stars and we out. Peace.